not only as individuals, but also as institutions and government, will not go very far. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. I need to get some involvement thank you. I need to get some involvement from the counties which are here. And so we're talking about tourism services, and the great thing is that we've got two counties that are actually very strong both in tourism. That is Samburu County and also Narok County. So I'll let them just think about what they want to say, but I'll come back to you on that. I'll leave it up to you. But again, back to the audiences. Now, the section that we're talking about is tourism and services. So again, we would like to hear from you within the audiences. Yes, the gentleman. Oh, okay. Can I get the lady first?
All right. Good morning. Okay, good morning to everyone. My name is Mary Lomundi from GIZ Mukaiti in Africa, Center for Entrepreneurship Initiative. And my comments on tourism and services revolve around how we can protect the rights of citizens who actually deliver services through online platforms. There's currently no rather policy framework or some sort of regulation that ensures that anybody who delivers service freelance work as such, actually they are considered the informal sector right now. There's no way to actually ensure that their rights and freedoms are protected as workers in a digital world. So maybe that's a challenge we should consider in the key challenges. And another thing is the fact that our tourism industry is structured around traditional mode of providing accommodation. So the future is usually in Airbnb, where people are moving towards co-sharing or on-demand services. So how does the government begin to regulate that sector, and how do we ensure that our own citizens are able to take up the opportunities that come with hosting people within your own residencies? Those are the two main challenges.
Okay, thank you. As she sits down and somebody else is coming up, it's interesting. People normally don't want government regulation, but now I'm hearing a call for regulation. Very interesting. Yes, anybody else? Yes, please.
Hi, so I'm Isaac Nangola. I'm the CEO of an educational technology startup, and I'll talk about the role of government, or how it fits in within that. And I'm thinking that there are things that government is good at, like creating policy, regulations, managing quality. But then there are also things that government is bad at, like implementation. That's what I'll put it. So thinking about the ICT industry in Kenya, I would say one of the most fantastic things the government has done in the last 20 years, bringing fiber to Kenya. But that was actually funded by the private sector. Mostly, the government provided the right regulatory environment, convened people, and then you had the private sector coming together and funding that. And thinking about some of the major challenges, let's say I see as an educational technology entrepreneur, I would say government, for instance, becomes one of those challenges. I work in digital content, and Dr. Kitao mentioned how, for instance, DLP has been a fantastic initiative in the country. And as a digital content producer, our biggest three challenges like devices, connectivity, and content. But government is providing, let's say, the devices. That's for primary school. Government has done a lot of stuff in providing access to connectivity. But even though government has done this, and let's say when government convened the private sector to bring about the fiber into the country, digital content producers don't have an opportunity to access, haven't had that similar opportunity to access the devices, the connectivity that the government is providing. So if you think about the nimbleness that SMEs, small organizations can have in producing innovations, and their resilience to, let's say, failure. You can have, let's say, 20 ICT companies starting something, 18 might fail, two will end up coming up with innovation that takes the society to the next level. When government then becomes like a key implementer of some of the initiatives that the country needs, that risk for failure is lower, which perhaps means then that what government ends up implementing is not the very best version of what the community can need. So I think maybe just like then having that balance, in what way can we leverage government's capability to provide the right policy regulations framework while not stifling the innovation that small firms can bring into the sector.
Just before you sit down, can you be a bit more specific? What do you want from government to the fourth industrial revolution becomes a reality?
Okay, I'll give a very specific example. When it comes to skills development, I mean, the availability of technology means I don't need to attend MIT. I can take an artificial intelligence class from MIT. So as a digital content innovator, I can go ahead and do that. But in the case of Kenya, KICD, which is a regulator, is also a content developer. So when you have like a regulator also competing in the same space, it limits the potential for someone who's working in that space to innovate to the highest level because you're competing with someone who's regulating against you.
Okay, address. So is there any other comment before? Okay, so I'll take one more comment here and then I'll come to please.
Good morning. My name is Samuel Wanjao. I am a Microsoft qualified deployment specialist. However, I have also interest in cybersecurity, and my comments would be mainly regarding the equipment of skills towards the industrial fourth revolution. So what I mean is that we find that a lot of our universities are teaching students without having the global value chain supply in mind. Therefore, they're just teaching a lot of abstract